Hey, gentlemen, gentlemen, ha ha ha. Hey, gentlemen, gentlemen, this is the Hero's Journey with Dr. D here to encourage, motivate, and to inspire. All right, tonight what we'll be talking about tonight is was I went our Wednesday nights what happened, and tonight is the Heroes Update of what happened, and we are going to address. Oh, first off, before we start, I'm gonna go ahead and go in my comment section. I'm going to my comment section, and I will put. I'm gonna drop a link. I'm I guess I've dropped a link in the comment section like I do to start off, and then when we get to Q&A, Lord, I don't know, I didn't mean to do that. I'm copying too much on here. Let me see. Oh Lord, that's well. Let's go up here. Copy. I don't know how that came up. All right, let's try that link. This is the link now. That's the link. All right. Now what I did, I put in the comment section. I put a link so on the Q&A, you can go and get in the back room. Give me 2 cents, and maybe you can get a nickel back. Talk about it. Talk about it. All right, we're doing a hero's update of what happened. Now, the thing is, what happened. Now we're going to just address a couple things. Then we're going to let some people on. You come on, give me your 2 cents, and first I'm going to talk about the global crisis. The global climate crisis is hot. No. What we would talk about is for the migrants. That's what we're going to talk about. The migrant. First off, what's the cause? We're going to talk about the cause. What's the cause? Is migrants a global climate crisis? Migrants. We talk about many of those. I'm reading this. Many of those migrants from Venezuela were socioeconomic crisis fueled by President Nicolas Maduro's author- authoritarian government and worsened by the global pandemic and U.S. sanctions had led 1 in 4 Venezuelans to flee the country since. But you know what? That's not the only place where you have a migrant issue. I was talking to my sister the other day, and there's an extreme case in Chicago, and you would think, why Chicago, right? Because Chicago is not on the Texas border, and when we think about immigrants and we think about migrants, we think about illegal aliens. Generally, that's what crosses my mind. Not all the time, but sometimes. But when my sister actually was explaining to me that this is the issue. This is the issue because all down High Park, and now High Park, you'll see tents, you see people selling. And High Park is a very affluent area of Chicago. You know, President Obama stayed in the area, and you'll see all types of things. Well, and not that people doing anything illegal, it's just an overpreponderance of individuals are in specific cities. Now, as was explained to me was that then my sister told me that she had a girlfriend. She had a girlfriend that was has people in Texas, and said Texas actually receives money, receives money, but doesn't seem like Chicago is. But then again, she's not a politician, and a lot of things are hearsay, are hearsay. And so my mind says, so why aren't we receiving money in Chicagoland? But then again, you don't know who's receiving money. You don't know. You know who's feeding somebody else's pocket. You don't know this at all. Let me see if I can get her on a line and give her take on this. All right. Doo-doo-doo. All right. Doom. Somebody not gonna pick up the phone.
Hello, you've reached the voice.
Ah, she's not picking up. Okay, so I want to get her take on the migrant situation, but she's not online to give me a take on the migrant situation. So, but my my frequent conversation with her saying that, and she can't believe it. It's just it's a lot of them lined up. But anybody can get online. You can actually give me your take on because you may be in the area where it's a lot, and it's not just one nationality. It's different. We're not the only area. We're a lot of times you think about immigration, you think, oh well, it kind of comes up like that in the media and what's come across the airline social media. It says Hispanic, but you get Africans, you get Arabs, you have different people crossing borders, and they're getting in because everybody want to be American. Everybody want to be American. It's not about being a black American, white American. It's not about being a brown American. Everybody want to be American. Even us with all our flaws, we still are the greatest country on earth with the most liberties. And when you talk about the most liberties, when you talk about liberties, the question is, um, how long will we have these liberties? You think we take granted, we take these liberties for granted, or we appreciative of the liberties, or are we too liberal with the liberties, or are we too conservative with our liberties? Uh, put something in the chat line. Let me know something, and I'll comment. I promise. Uh, are we too liberal or too conservative? Mm, yeah, yeah. Because I think sometimes people don't people don't pay attention. People pay attention, and we don't pay attention to people don't pay attention to things that are seen in the media. Now I'm addressing other things, but I'm gonna get back to migrants. As a migrant, yeah, climate crisis. Migrant crisis, and then you get the climate crisis. It's hot. I stated somewhere where it said that on uh in was it Arizona? No, Algeria, Africa. As is recorded 103 degrees in the Fahrenheit in midnight in the sleep hours. That's crazy. I was looking online. They were showing livestock that was deceased with their eyes open and frail because of dehydration. Woo! So we have migrants, we have people crossing borders legally and illegally, and then we have climate crisis across the land. It's not just in Africa; it's everywhere. We have increased forest fires in parts of California and different other areas that you wouldn't even think that they would have uh, forest fire. And the reason why there's forest fires is due to the fact that it's hot. I had one video. I'm gonna show this. One video kind of gives a example of a reason of that's what yeah. I'm gonna show this video. A video calls for the forest, not the forest fire, but the global uh, crisis, climate crisis. Let me share this with y'all. Let me see screen. Understand? Let me get the screen. And cut this down. Global crisis. All right. All right. It's coming on.
smashing China's 2015 record.
America,
heat will affect anyone.
Southern Europe.
Some heat records potentially being broken.
There's been incredible forest fires in Canada, which turned the skies in New York orange. The world is definitely getting hotter, and that's a combination of the two things. One is that underlying force of global heating, because we keep putting more and more carbon dioxide into the air, and the second is this emergence of El Nino, a global natural climate phenomenon which can supercharge the temperatures that we feel. So El Nino and La Nina are a cycle which is the biggest natural climate phenomenon on the planet, which varies every 3 to 7 years. It all centres around the Pacific Ocean. So we've just come out of 3 consecutive La Nina events. You had stronger than normal winds blowing easterly across the Pacific, piling up warm water over near Australia and Indonesia. When those winds weaken, you go back to a neutral state. When you get into an El Nino cycle, what you get is much weaker winds. And what that means is the warm water on the surface of the Pacific sloshes all the way back across to the east and creates this enormous warm blanket over the whole ocean. So 90% of the heat that's trapped by greenhouse gases is absorbed by the ocean. The cold water is really good at taking heat out of the atmosphere, and that's why El Nino and La Nina are so important. The reason that the arrival of El Nino now is really concerning is that the world hasn't stopped emitting carbon. Temperatures are still rising because of that greenhouse effect, mainly from fossil fuels. On top of that, we've got this El Nino event arriving.
These red colours show that temperatures are indeed above normal.
El Nino also affects extreme weather patterns all around the world. It's like a double whammy. Heat waves will be more intense, longer, more damaging. Put bluntly, more people will die. In wetter places, because warmer air holds more water, you get more intense rainfall, greater chance of flooding, which are also often, unfortunately, deadly. The size of the El Nino really matters. So the last time we had a really big one was 2016, and that set the record for the hottest global temperature. It's quite possible that 2023 could break that record, or even more likely in 2024, because most of the heat is released in the following year. Fortunately, the answer is we don't know at the moment. What we do know is that until we stop burning fossil fuels and destroying rainforests, until we stop putting more greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, global heating is going to get worse. With El Nino on top of that, the impacts around the world are going to be really, really tough.
Oh, that's let me see. Good. That's what we're showing about global crisis, global climate crisis. Am I back on? Am I back on? All right. So I get my links in there. As a man pop on, then make a converse about global climate crisis. And then I'm going to, and then after we get through the global climate crisis, I'm going to do a small video on, oh, let me do it now. Let's go ahead and get on the back row, go on and get in back room. All right. So I'm about to play. I'm about to do one on see something from New York. Just trying to deal with the migration. Okay. All right. Let's play it. All right. I think it's too big. Let me get come down. All right. This. All right. Here we go. I'm trying to work with this thing, y'all. All right. So let me see. Screen. Understand. All right. Here we go. Share. Here we go. All right, come on. It's taking long, people. Oh, that was it was your
You're hovering, wondering if you click buy or
yeah.
book, is your personal info going to be safe? With all-in-one protection from McAfee Plus, it can be.
Blah 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 blah.
So, however you connect online, your identity, privacy, and devices can be secure with worry-free protection for the whole family. Protect your everything with McAfee Plus.
The New York Post is reporting that the city is extending its contracts with local hotels, looks like for about 3 years, to house illegals at a cost of, wait for it, $1.36 billion. We go live to Fox's Nate Foy, who's standing outside one of those hotels that's been filled with illegal immigrants, the Roosevelt. Nate.
Hey, Laura. Yeah, certainly not a pretty picture here. Over the weekend, 2 migrants were arrested for attacking women. The NYPD says both incidents appear to be domestic. Outside the iconic Roosevelt Hotel, you see these motorized bikes. The NYPD has cracked down on unregistered bikes, as many migrants have been using them to deliver food on apps like Uber Eats as they wait to get work permits. And inside, new pictures from the New York Post show migrants sleeping on the floor of what used to be a bar in this iconic hotel. Take a look at these pictures. And things could get worse pretty quickly here, Laura, because 13,000 single adult migrants are supposed to be sent here to reapply for housing this week. That's something that will now happen every 30 days. But what's really upsetting a lot of New Yorkers is the price tag for all this. You mentioned Mayor Eric Adams is reportedly extending the city's contract with hotels by 3 years for over $1.3 billion in taxpayer money. And lawmakers on both sides of the aisle call this wasteful spending for a manufactured problem.
I think it's a mistake. We did this during the pandemic where we paid 5 times the price of masks and other medical equipment. And we're doing it again because of the emergency that President Biden has thrust upon New York City with this migrant crisis. These are no-bid contracts.
Residents today, after multiple protests, a judge ruled the city cannot convert a former private school into a migrant shelter. So pending an appeal by the city, this will be one less option for Mayor Eric Adams to house migrants. Now, meanwhile, city lawyers appeared in court today to challenge the city's right to shelter mandate, and the judge said that the city had to submit its formal request by October 3rd. Mayor Adams admits with over 60,000 migrants currently in the city's care, the city is out of room. We'll send it back to you, Laura.
Nate, thank you so much.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. All right, let me see. Let me see. One more. I want to do Richard Roundtree. And then we start. Okay. Screen. All right. Understand. Share. Should be right here. Shucks, I wasn't right there. I don't want to go there. I want to go there. All right, let's see. Oh.
Some sad news now from the entertainment world. Actor Richard Roundtree has died.
Get off my back, huh? I just wanted to talk to you. Call me up. Got my number?
Roundtree was best known as the private detective in the 1971 movie Shaft. The film series was a huge hit. Roundtree was born in New Rochelle, and he played football at New Rochelle High School. He began his career on stage in New York City with the Negro Ensemble Company. Roundtree spokesperson says the actor passed away this afternoon at his Los
Battle with pancreatic cancer.
After a brief battle with pancreatic cancer. Richard Roundtree was 81 years old.
One of a kind star.
All right. Stop sharing. Okay. It's like I guess. That is Renee. All right, people. We get Latino. We get no other than the Blue Beetle. Renee. All right. Which one y'all want to address first?
Migrant crisis.
Okay, migrant crisis. All right. Go ahead, shoot.
Who'd you say go ahead to?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Migrant crisis. I showed the video. Actually, the Saints. Yeah.
You heard what the guy said. It's a manufactured problem. They created this. And during the video, he said this is a manufactured crisis.
Was that climate or was that the migrant?
Migrant crisis.
How was the manufacturing? I missed that.
Because this is not certain cities or places in the United States, or I guess are sanctuary cities. So they made an agreement to allow all these people to come. Now, once they're coming, you're like, oh, whoa, wait a minute. This is not what we thought it would be. You know, now it's an issue. Okay, you allow these people to come, right? Now, but now that they're here, you realize, oh, wait, it's that old saying, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. You know, you have to make good, logical decisions. You have to reason things out well. Okay. And just letting a bunch of people in, and you don't have the resources, you don't have the infrastructure, you haven't pre-planned how this is going to go. Yeah, you're creating this disaster. And of all places, New York City, come on, are you serious? Yeah, I hear it's bad in Chicago. It's in other places, California. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't think people are not thinking logically. They're not reasoning well.
Yeah. Okay, so they're not reasoning well. I think I was trying to get my sister online to talk about the situation that she sees in Chicago now. When I saw the clip and it talked about the hotel, they're furnishing money. They're actually paying for the migrants to live in hotels. So the hotels are actually making money off the migrants. They're probably filling them up.
But did you see that?
So
you see all those people sleeping on the street, lined up, and of all places, New York and Chicago, do they have any idea what the winters are like in those places? Trust me, these people are coming from what? Venezuela, Mexico, Guatemala. I know their winters ain't nothing like what. And from what I'm told, Chicago is in worse. I'm from New York City, but people tell me that the winters in Chicago even worse than New York. Do you know what type of stuff these people are in for? Sheesh.
You
They
ain't getting
sleeping
nothing in
on the
Chicago.
street? Man, insane.
I remember me and my twin was walking home from school. Well, we try to catch the bus, but sometimes the bus takes us a sweet old time. And so we just kept on walking because we trying to get the other bus until we can get closer or till the bus comes. You know, you stand still, you get really cold. But it was like 10 degrees, that's all. 10, 15. Yeah, it wasn't that sunny, Tito. But that's well prompted. Um, and we was cold, we was walking, we was shivering, we was stopped to the bus stop, and we was shivering like we 19 years old. And this lady pulled up. She said, "Baby, sweetheart, y'all need a ride." You know, you always say don't get in the car with strangers.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We jumped that car so quick. We jumped that car so quick. He said, we were just shaking, yo. Yeah, so it's cold. All that to say is cold.
I mean, it's good to help people, but as a person who had an issue with enabling people, you have to help people in a logical, reasonable way. It's not logical to just open the borders up and let everybody. That doesn't make sense. You have to control the flow. You have to monitor. You know, most of these people, especially the wealthy politicians, they don't leave their doors open when they leave the house. They don't leave their doors unlocked and say, "Hey, anybody who needs food or shelter, my doors are unlocked. Just come and take whatever you need." But why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah.
Because you come home and everything would be gone, right?
That's true.
So you actually defeat the
Right.
purpose. You're trying to feed people, but you come home, everything's gone. Eggs, milk, everything. Doesn't make sense. You have to monitor what comes in, what comes out. You have to control the borders. So this idea of is they're creating their own problem.
I agree.
Okay. Okay, what's your take on Tito?
I think it's a self-inflicted wound, like Renee said. If we just have our borders open and we just kind of like just letting people in and saying, okay, it's a process. I understand, you know, the part of if you running and you fearing for your life. I understand that, but we got to have something in place where we slow this down and say, hey, our borders are just not open for you to come. If you come and trying to get solitude, that it's a process. It's just not okay. Come on, just let them in. Because if we had our borders shut down for the pandemic and we didn't have this crisis, why we can't slow it down now? You know, we use the excuse of, hey, we're trying to control the COVID situation. Then we use that excuse to shut down the border. What's the reason we can't have common sense of shutting down the border? We do not have the infrastructure to support this. If we don't have the infrastructure to support this, why we keep letting people in? Why are we doing this? It's like me inviting somebody to my to dinner and I don't have the resources to pay for their dinner.
Exactly.
Or I don't have enough food to feed them. What's the use of me telling you to come and sit down at my dinner table and I can't feed you?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. I think President Trump had the right idea. I wouldn't try to build a physical wall. I think we need to use, first of all, let's call the military back. We're fighting too many wars all over the planet. We have to stop trying to police the whole world. Jesus said, how can you remove the mote that's in your brother's eye when you have a beam in your own? So the United States, we got to get healthy ourselves. Protect the main people, you know, like Israel, South Korea, okay. But we got to stop fighting everybody's battle. Call all the military back, line them up against the entire border. You don't have to necessarily build a physical wall, but you can build a military wall. Have military bases strategically placed throughout the whole border, right? And anyone who comes in, they have to be processed. You know, where are you going? Who are you going to live with? You have a job lined up? You know, this is the type of stuff when you go, you know, that, you know, what are your resources? Who's going to sponsor you? But it doesn't make sense to just let a bunch of people in, right? You don't have the resource. What about medicine? What about hospitals? You know, how are you going to provide for these people? What about
the,
go ahead.
What about the homeless that we have here? What about the people that can't eat? What that we have here? What, you know? What about? It comes back down to how you said. I like to use the term where I'm from: sweep around your own front porch before you sweep around somebody else's. I agree with that. We should be. It should start. Charity starts at home. We should be taking care of home first. Let's get our home together. Then we can expand out and help others. But if we got a lot of the problems that the rest of the world got, and we just letting our borders be open, you know, doing it the right way, I'm totally with. But when you come in illegal and we just letting people in, I do have a problem with that, because now we're overextending our resources that we have here. And we already having a harder enough time trying to take care of what's in house already.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah.
So Tita, from a military point of view, do you understand the logic in sending your troops outside of the borders, or versus them staying inside the borders? Because this is workforce, and workforce is thinning out because they did because I think it's in one of the administrations they did a pull down of military. So you know, a pull down of military, and they started making heavier restrictions to get in the military. And so
Yeah,
what's
but
your thoughts on that?
they're reversing that now, because their recruitment numbers are, from what I read, none of the branches reached their recruitment goals. None of them. So now they're considering, if there is a war, they're considering drafting women. They're going to be putting that to a vote. They're trying to, because none of the, from what I read, they all have recruitment goals, and none of the branches of the military reach their recruitment goals. You know,
why would you draft women? Why would you not draft men?
Well, because they're saying they're not going to
because
be
all
enough.
the men trying to be women these days.
Yeah, they're not going to be enough. Yeah. And then,
this is a side note.
And a lot of some of the men are like, look, some of these young dudes are like, fight for what? For what? I don't let them take it. I don't care. Some of these young dudes that smoking weed all day, play video games all day, they're like, dude, you don't want to send me in the war. Trust me, I'm gonna abandon you out on the battlefield. I'm gonna go AWOL.
It's always been recruitment goals before now. So that's having goals of how many people you was trying to recruit has always been there. Now the numbers may fluctuate, you know, during the time of need of what the military numbers are needed. So that's not like a new thing. Yeah, it's probably just been spoke upon more now than ever. That's what I'm thinking. And then, you know, the quality of, you know, the personnel that you want to try to recruit, I think you have to keep the standards, you know, because at the end of the day, you kind of want the best that you can get, not undisciplined, you know, if they don't have discipline, because that's part of it, because you just can't do what you want to do when you're in the military. It's you know, they try to instill good order and discipline. You got to be able to follow orders. You got to be able to follow instructions. You know, you have to try to let me how can I say this? You have to, some things you have to set aside, because sometimes you're giving orders that you may not want to follow, but you have to follow, or you have rules and regulations that you have to follow that you may not want to follow, but you have to follow. And if you just lower your standards and somebody is not willing to go, because it's the volunteer part is, I think, from my experience, is what helped make our military great, when people want to go, because now you got people that wants to serve, not being forced to serve.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
I got this clip on the show, but Phil, you want to call? Phil called in. Hold on a second, let me get a hand clap. All right. Phil, you want to comment on something I said previously?
Yeah, I want to, first of all, thank you very much for giving me the pleasure to be on your show tonight with Tito, with Renee, and to offer my opinion. It is great.
Okay, carry on.
Okay, and I just wanted to make a couple comments regarding some of the stuff that was said. I was mad at first when Renee had said the thing about they allowing them in and all of this stuff, something to that effect. But I calmed down and I learned to listen, and I just be mad, stuff like that, because I don't want them sucking me through the airwaves. What I wanted to say is the two things that people are missing. And you mentioned Trump, and he was wrong about what you said about Trump, although he was sort of right with, we need to have a border. We need to have a physical border. We all be whatever it is. We do need to have a border. Number two, the they that you guys are speaking about, or that you're not talking about, is Governor Greg Abbott of Texas, who has bussed immigrants or migrants from the border to cities in the north, Chicago, New York, and other places.
And they get paid. That's what sister told me about.
No idea where they were going.
That's
They
what
were
sister told me
lied to.
about. Yeah, my sister told me about that.
Yeah, so they were lied to. So that's something that we need to talk about too. Just coming on tonight.
Well, I call back later. I want to show a clip on I think Tito said no, I made a comment said, and because Renee said they're talking about reestablishing the draft, and they want to get more women, and I have a clip of the women they want to get. All right.
But before you go do that, can I say something real fast?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I know it's your show, and I know I need to fall in line. But no, the only thing I was going to say was something to the effect of what's going on here in Chicago, when you had situations with migrants on the side of the road. Mm-hmm. And you're from Chicago. You've been on the Dan Ryan. You've driven on 9094. You've driven Lakeshore Drive. Those little Hyde Park, where you get where the rich families stay in Hyde Park. I'm joking, but what I'm saying is you have those tent cities that are around the city, alongside highways and stuff like that. And we have a lot of neighbors and people having problems with the city just sort of arbitrarily deciding, we're going to put them in that field house. And the kids are going, well, we usually play our football games there on Saturday in that field house. You just can't do that.
Right.
Or you have them saying, we're going to put them in these schools that may or may that probably closed, and a lot of that costs money.
Right.
And you have people saying, now wait a minute, you already took that school away from us, and this is what you're going to just put in that place, and you didn't ask us for input. So with all of that said, I went around the world to come back to, we have to have sensible laws and handle the problem sensibly and responsibly. And this isn't anything new. Our Republican Party does not and did not want to address the situation when Obama brought it up. We can even go back as far as when Clinton talked about a path to citizenship. And so now you had Mr. Greg Abbott. Mr. Greg Abbott, the governor of Texas, just underhandedly doing what he did was very irresponsible. Now, it's one thing to say that you wanted other cities, municipalities across the country to share in crisis, but you automatically bust them to another city the way you did. That was underhanded.
Get the money and move the people. Get the money and move the people.
And those folks had no idea where they were going. They were lied to. Some of them were told, "Oh, sign this, and you're going to work for so and so." And 3 days later, or hours later, they're pulling up to somewhere in Chicago. So it's a bad crisis. And again, like Mr. Obama had said, we need to handle it sensibly, responsibly, and come up with a plan. Because otherwise, you know what? Resources are being overwhelmed. And, I can understand how folks are upset. We usually have that food pantry for us. Now we don't have it for us because you're feeding somebody else who just walked in the country. So,
right.
We have to handle it responsibly. So I guess I do agree with the pastor on our crew tonight with some of the things that Renee said and some of the things that Tino said. We all are saying some very responsible stuff, but I just want to make it clear that they are the Republicans who do not and never wanted to put forth a plan to handle this stuff responsibly. I'm still here. I'm just going to hang up the phone. I'm listening to you, okay?
Okay. All right.
And if I get mad again, we'll call back.
Okay. You still that dresser, all those bottles. Okay. So, hey, did he go? Is he coming? I call. Yeah, that needs text. All right. This is what I want to show y'all. Now we was talking about them actually. We was talking about they're going to start doing mass drafting of women. So with that being said, I saw the clip the other day in Chicago. I just want to get y'all take on it. And this is a little digression, but let's see what we do. Come on, it's big enough. It's not. Wait. It should blow up. Okay, there we go. Y'all see it yet? Y'all see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get in my face. Don't get in my face. Do not get in my face. Don't get in my face. Don't get in my face. Don't you see my daughter right here? She crazy or something? No. You need to go over there to the men. You need to go over there to the men.
Only here in Chicago.
You is a man. A whole grown man.
Wow. Over here at the park.
For the last time, I'm not a man. I'm sorry. I don't know what. No. You wish. On my worst day, baby. On my worst day. Okay. Good luck. Good luck. If y'all have a problem with me using this bathroom, y'all can Good luck.
Hey man, use another bathroom.
Excuse me?
Just use another bathroom. There's a child in there.
What? Man.
That's a child.
Just say what you. Huh?
That's a child in there. A little girl. Like use the men's bathroom.
Okay. I'm a woman. What does it matter? What does it matter? Y'all need to mind your business. I need to mind your business. This world is coming to some type of.
Man, you at a children's park, man. Chill.
What do you say?
It's a kid park, man.
Yeah, do you even have any kids?
Yo, just use the bathroom, man.
Y'all need to mind your business, first of all. Mind your business before y'all get included in some stuff you don't want to be included in. No, you need to go. You need to go. Seriously. No. My daughter has to go to the bathroom. I'm not going to allow you to come in the bathroom while she's going to use the bathroom. That is not going to happen. That's not going to happen. I don't care what you're talking about.
Please watch your kids at the park. Please pay attention to where they're going.
You can either leave or you can deal with it. You're going to have to move. You're going to have to move. Oh, easy. You're going to have to move.
Oh, no.
You're going to have to
All right.
Well, alrighty then.
That's where you from, right? Chicago, correct?
Uh,
That was from your
yes,
home
I
city?
Where was that?
Suburbs.
Where?
Suburbs.
Chicago? That was Chicago?
Yeah, that's in
Wow.
Chicago. That was in Chicago.
That's what y'all women
So-
look like 7'2".
Wow. He said he looked better than her. He told I look better than you.
He had full beard. He had full beard.
Looking like Rick James.
He said I look better than you do. I look better than you.
What's up, Jeremy? On the side? What's up, Jeremy?
Yeah, so that's
Everybody
how y'all
just
get.
Jeremy said that's tough. He said that's tough. It could have been Atlanta, Maryland, or Greensboro too. Yeah, that's Jeremy on the side.
You know that
Yeah,
that as a father of a having a small child, having a daughter, that's that's scary, because
yeah.
for me, I'm thinking as a parent, if my child is in the restroom and she said, "Daddy," a man came in the restroom, I'm reacting as daddy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My child is scared.
Yeah.
That's just being real. It ain't got nothing to do with what you think you are. It's my child is scared because she know you a guy. And what are you doing in the bathroom? If I'm not in the bathroom with my daughter, why are you in the bathroom with her? I mean, do I have a right as a heterosexual male to walk in the female bathroom because I have my little girl with me?
Right.
I'll probably get locked up. And only thing I'm trying to do is walk my daughter in the bathroom and make sure she's safe.
Yeah. Jeremy said, yeah, you taking Fed time for that though. 15 to life.
Yeah, I don't think any. I would advise no adult. Don't let your children go to restaurant by themselves. The world we live in now, don't let them go by themselves. There used to be a time you could do that, but not anymore.
Yeah, I mean, just think about it though. If I walk my daughter into a female's bathroom, think about how many problems it's gonna be. Just think about it.
Yeah, that's right. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the world we live in.
That's gonna be a big problem. I'll be in so much trouble. But if I throw on a wig and say I think I'm female, or if I say I identify as female, I can walk in there all day long. But what changed?
You might have to do that to go in the bathroom with your daughter. You might have to. I identify as a woman, so come in here.
No, I won't say I identify as a woman because I don't think that way. I identify as being her mother at that time. You know what I'm saying? I got to do the mother role right now. My wife is not with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See.
I had it take me back to Father's Day. My family took me out for Father's Day, and I had a female waitress that came to me. They came, everybody in there, right? It's Father's Day, and she looked at my wife and said, "Happy Father's Day." She just turned around like this, "Happy Father's Day." I said, "Hold up, don't you see me here? I'm the father." She said, "Yeah, we can be fathers too." I really want to say, "Sweetheart, I am not him. I didn't do it." But she was handling my food, so I wasn't.
Yeah, that's probably smart. Yeah, don't. Yeah.
Yeah. So I showed that video clip to gesture to infuse a little humor, also a reality check into where we are currently in the culture that we live in. Hence the statement that the government will be putting more. They're gonna be drafting women. Usually drafting men, and then y'all said, well, in this case, the men are the women.
They just
The
trying to
men
cover
are the
all the
women.
bases.
Yeah, but the perfect, and I just addressed that, and so therefore is very evident that that individual, while stating that they were women, had not gone to the full transitional to even have the illusion that they are feminine. They just went to salads and got a wig. They didn't even shave the beard.
Mm.
It's like they went to salads and got a wig and found some clothes from Goodwill. Not to knock at the clothes, but it wasn't even anything to sway the average person to believe that they were. And so if that's
What
going
if
to be a
I
thing, I go ahead.
what if I keep a wig in
Go
my
ahead.
glove compartment of my car? So whenever I want to go in the female bathroom, I throw it on, and then they ask like, "Oh, you ain't even try to dress." What if I tell them I'm a stud?
Wow.
I mean,
you
let's play some
logically
games here.
you logically would have an argument because due to I saw a clip of individual is white is in some country. Okay, who everyone streamer. The word okay. Um, I I saw something a clip of this individual. He was he's a white gentleman, and let's say his name was Jerry. I don't know if I got his name. And he did an interview, and he said he identified as a black lesbian, but he's been married 25 years to a woman. And his name was Jerry, spelled like only thing he changed, literally only thing he changed was the male version of his name, changed the spelling to a female version. He didn't change anything else. He still lives with his wife. He still engages with his wife. He just
Wow.
identifies, and he does. He does. I mean, clothes like a man. I mean, man. So he doesn't change anything. And however, he gets benefits due to that. I believe that's the case.
So you saying I don't have to change anything, and I can say I just identify and get away with it?
Well, I would think that's the argument. I would think that's the argument that anybody can pose. Like I know an individual that stated he said that he went to get it was like women Tuesday to get your or you got discount your oil change. It black men about 6'3", 6'4". I mean, just throwing stuff out there. And and the woman said, "Excuse me, sir, this is female Tuesday. You got the woman." He said, "I identify the woman." Oh, here's your discount. She don't want no smoke because it's an abstract thing. I can you really prove it. So yes. So let me see. Let me pull this up. Umar says that is a pedophile agenda masquerading as transgender. Who's Umar?
I think you
Dr.
talking about
Umar
Dr.
Johnson.
Umar.
Yeah, Dr.
Okay.
Umar Johnson. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And he said, what is it? He also said, Roman Catholics. He said Roman Catholics have been openly shaky since the Crusades. uh, yeah, but they're not the only ones. they're not the only ones. A lot of people got skeletons in their closet. So all that to say, we talked about. I digressed, pulled off. Just to inject it because I think it was something that needed to be talked about. But it's really interesting that you told me. You say men. I see we open up the draft in general. You said they open draft for women. That's probably because with the feminism movement saying we just as good as men. That's a danger.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
you know, even the men you have in there, just our nature is to protect women, and so therefore we put ourselves in harm's way. And then when they capture women, well, you know what's going to happen in the totality of it all. If you're doing the overall drafting of women, there's a woman can get inspired.
Mm-hmm.
Think that's what happened? It's a woman can get inspired. We're gonna draft our women. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. They kick tail in that movie. Ooh, we'll get Viola to lead them.
I mean, that's the natural conclusion. You know, if you want equality, then it's only fair. It has to be equal across the board. You know, but I also think this woman, I understand what she was trying to do, but I think the way she went about it was probably not wise. Because that guy looked like, just physically, he probably could have caused both of them serious harm.
Yeah,
I
but
think
yeah,
it should have
it's
been.
the people outside. She saw the man. So, the man was helping her. The man
Yeah.
has video in it, and maybe if he wasn't there with the video camera, maybe she wouldn't be as bold.
Yeah, but he could have still heard her by the time they stopped him. You know, I think I'm
That's true.
saying just be like if your daughter's used the bathroom already, just be like, come on, baby, let's go. I don't think it's wise to stand there like going toe to toe with her because he looked like he was bigger than her. You know, maybe he might have snapped. They might have got to him in time, but by that time he might have seriously hurt both of them. I say just, listen, just wait. Come on, come out. You know, let her finish and we leave.
Yeah, but that's a mother and a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it, but
And,
but that you have to be smart as a mother and a child.
Well, smart or not smart, I understand what you're saying, Renee, but at times I'm just thinking as a parent, if my child seems like it's being threatened, smart is not on my mind. It's the defense. It's kind of like that natural fight or flight that jumps in. You're not even thinking about what can happen to you. You thinking about, hey, I got to protect my offspring.
Right, but I think in the spirit of that, you got to like kind of stay calm because you can end up, it can be worse. You have to be logical. I once long ago in a land far, far away, I knew somebody, an acquaintance who, he used to rob people. And he told me that they robbed it, and this is wrong to do this. But he said there was a man on the train. He watched the doors while his friend walked up to the man. He said he walked up to the man and said, listen, nobody here is going to get hurt but your son. I want your watch and I want your wallet. And that man did to me what is the manly thing to do. He took his watch off. He took his wallet out of his pocket hands it. So see, sometimes in the moment, you have to be wise. See, old school Brooklyn, we say, what, man, what you gonna do? What's up, man? No, but see, and we say that's the real man. I say that's not the real man. I say the smart thing to do is you count your costs. You say, okay, they're young. They're obviously out here for this. I'm with my son. I can't risk him being hurt. Here, it's not worth it. Here, take the watch, take the wallet, go about your business. As soon as you leave, I'm gonna get on the phone somewhere, cancel the call, whatever. So my point is with this woman, I get that moment of emotion, but you're a woman. This person is towering over you. You need to calm down, get your daughter, baby, are you finished? And leave. Don't go because he could hurt you. And by the time they pull him off of both of you, maybe something's broken, maybe an eye is ruptured. I mean, I get it, but I'm just saying, I just think the way she went about it, she's like, not today, not on mine, no, that's not smart. That's like, hey, sweetheart, are you finished? Sir, can you just please let my daughter, I understand, sir, I get it. Could you just please, baby, are you finished? Okay, well, come on, let's go. Wash your hands, come on, let's go. And you leave. And when you get now, if you go at a safe distance, behind the dude filming, maybe then you could be like, you blankety blank and all that. But you know what I'm saying? I just think that the way she went about it perhaps is not the smartest thing. Sometimes you just gotta be smart and you gotta take the low road to, fight another day. That's what I'm saying.
But you don't know if she may have sized him up. Like I had a situation where the guy was much bigger than me, and I had an altercation with another guy on my team and on football team, and he heard this old football player came and he was bigger than me. He's like, "Oh, I heard you says you had such and such altercation with my guy." So I said, "Yeah." I mean, it was over. I mean, the other guy was cool. I mean, guys have altercations over the next day, especially teammates. And he said, "Yeah." And he looked at me. He said, "I bet you." And the doors were closed. Another guy was in the room. The other guy was smaller. No, it wasn't supposed to be a hostile situation. He said, so I bet you if I hit you right now, you ain't gonna do nothing. He said, man, we used to rob people. He said stuff like that. And then he grabbed my shirt. And right then the doors closed. I looked at everything in the room. I sized them up. Says lamp, chair, the lamp, the chair, the bat. And so I had to have a game plan. I had to be in my right mind. I had the game plan. I grabbed him. Then he let me go. Man, I like you. I didn't know that. And this is like the situation I had with the other gentleman. The one was all over. Oh man, I was just playing. I said, man, where I'm from, people don't grab people, they touch them and play. But the whole situation is, if I had, and he wasn't the only person, if I had backed down, then I'd be punked. He's just playing, but because I didn't take it lightly, he wasn't playing no more. But that happens. That happens in life. So I have to say that mother could. She was obviously she's emotional, and she was thinking about a baby girl, and she probably because he was big enough to go and say, "I'm going there anyway," and then he could have held the door. So it was to her. It's gonna be he gonna beat me down, but my little girl, gonna be safe. Really, she was putting herself in harm's way to protect her daughter.
Yeah.
Because the alternative, he's going in there anyway. So suppose he went in there, and she let him in there. She said, baby, come on. Well, I'm going in there. And he went right past and went in there and held the door. She couldn't do anything until he got finished. So it seemed to me she was emotionally irate, and she was willing to take the punishment to give a daughter time to escape. That's how I saw it. As a parent, she said, he bigger than me, may beat me down, may kill me. My daughter's gonna live. And it's not gonna be abused. And women would do that. I remember my wife said the baby's gonna fall. She said, I would have fell before the child. So the child could fall on her. Yeah. She said, no, I would have failed before the baby. I would hurt myself so my baby won't get hurt. Yeah, not like that woman, that mother's bond is tight. Yeah. When they nurture, when they connect and they bond, certainly it's tight. What'd you say, Tito, that?
I believe that. Because I believe she would do what it takes to let me turn off this background because it seems like it's I believe that, because at the end of the day, that I know I didn't see my wife do some things when it comes to protecting the kids. And I just really believe that they'll do whatever, life and danger or not. I remember one time I was sitting, it wasn't even a child. I was sitting in the front seat on the passenger side. My wife just happened to be, was driving, and something happened and she had to slam on the brakes. Even though the car had airbags on both sides, we didn't actually hit. Before I knew it, her right arm came across my chest, holding me back into the seat as if I was one of the kids. So so that motherly instance of like, we both in the front seat. She could have went into the steering wheel, but she was thinking about the person on the passenger side when she threw her right arm across my chest. And I was like, I just kind of like looked and like, it was, one of them things. So if it's something that simple as you thinking you about to have an accident, you about to, hit something to throw an arm out, why wouldn't you risk your life if you think your child may be in danger because you're not feeling what's going on at that time?
Mm-hmm.
So I think just that natural, even as a guy, I'm gonna protect my family, especially my child. It's if it was me, I would have been saying something. And that dude looked like he was probably like 6 feet, 6'2", something like that. And I'm only 5'9". It doesn't matter if he's taller over me. The only thing I'm thinking about, hey, that's my baby girl going in that bathroom. I don't know your intentions. I don't know, even though you say you this and that, I don't know you like that.
Yeah.
And then it come down to it, like I said before, what if I just throw on a wig and say, well, I'm identifying as her mother right now and walk it now?
Yeah.
Or why can't I just walk in there as her father to protect her? That's the reason I'm in there.
Right.
But that would be a big problem if I say, well, I'm her dad. I'm going in there in the female bathroom with her, and you have everybody all over me because I went into the female bathroom. But I throw on a wig, or I say I identify as, it's okay.
Well, what about this? What about, okay, hey, I identify as a woman, sir. Listen, I get it. I'm not, you do you. I'm just saying, my daughter's in the bathroom. Can you just please wait for her to come out? Sweetheart, you finish? Sir, I get it. I'm not,
I'm not a sir.
I don't want any problems I don't want any trouble. I don't want any problems. All I'm asking you is just please let my daughter come out the bathroom. I guess what I'm saying is I think.
Why you keep calling me sir?
Renee, I agree with you. I understand exactly what you're saying. I'm just trying to get you to look at it from a point of view as a parent, and you seeing a threat.
She was emotional. I kind of like. I remember I was doing DoorDash, whatever, and this woman, big homeless kind of guy, he was trying to get into the apartment complex, and she opposed him. She was like, no, you can't come in here. He was like, well, I'm trying, it wasn't much. And then, so and I asked her, I said to her, I said, is your husband okay with you doing that? And she said,
I can't hear you. What you say?
She said, I think he would think I was a hero. And I looked at her and said, really? And she said, no. He'd probably be like, are you crazy? So, yeah, because I was looking at, I was like, that big burly homeless man looked like he could probably choke you out. Like, and I guess, believe me, I get it. I'm just saying, looking at that video, the way it was going, I just think that, and the girl was there. If you look at the video again, remember the girl was there in the doorway. So
yeah,
it was done.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah, it was done. So look, babe, okay, sir, we good. Come on, baby, let's go. As opposed to going because he could snap in one minute. All it takes is one good straight right to break your jaw. And then now you knocked out and your daughter's vulnerable. I'm just saying, if it were my wife, I'd be like, yeah, don't do that again. We don't do that again.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Let's put us in. Let's put us in. The like I said before, they'll put we talk about the military. They put women. I think it's I don't know why. They increase the draft of women, but they try to increase the military, and then we talk about the migration.
It's called equal rights.
Yeah.
Well,
I get that. I
don't have a problem with women being in the military. I serve with a lot of good ones.
Yeah, but the issue is not that women in the military. He said, hold on a second.
Say what?
Come again?
Did they ever clear the building out for you before you ran in there? Or did you have to go up first? Who had to run in the building first? That's what I want to know.
That's a good point. That's a good point. So what keeps bringing me back to this is that they said that they're going to open up the draft for women. He didn't say open up the draft generally. He said they're going to not open the draft. They're going to draft women.
Mm-hmm. I think they're putting it to a vote. They're putting it to a vote. I don't know if they voted on it yet, but I think someone's proposing that they vote on it. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Okay. Let's go to the global crisis, the weather crisis. What y'all can say about the global crisis? I said something about Algerian, but it's not just Algerian. You got Texas, you got Florida. It's hot in certain areas. The global weather crisis. How's it bad?
You better accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, because you don't want to go to that permanent heat.
Yeah, that's true.
I think everyone agrees that. I think everyone agrees the planet is warming up. I don't agree that it's this imminent life or death crisis.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. I hear both of y'all say.
That's not us. My internet's good.
Yeah.
I got AT&T. That's probably yours.
I do too.
I got AOL. So I know it's not me.
AOL? It probably is you then.
Hey, don't you be talking about my dollar.
We started from a mighty long way, haven't we?
Yeah.
I remember those days. I mean, I think they keep predicting the end of the world, and I think the planet is warming up. I just don't think it is like the imminent life or death crisis the way they're promoting it, because the scientists are not all unified. There's some on both sides. There are plenty of scientists saying this is an issue, but then there are plenty of scientists saying it's not the issue that they're putting out there. So that's why I'm sort of on the fence.
Okay. And but some of the people is just so hot, and it's so hot they can't. I've heard that the air unit has a part to do with it. The emissions in the air, pulling all the moisture out of the atmosphere and give you AC. But in the meantime, it's being it's being all out in the atmosphere, causing extreme heat. But like you said, a lot of schools have thought on that. But in any case, the results globally is that the temperature of the Earth is at all-time high. And what do you do? What are you to do, right?
Yeah, but I mean, they've been telling us that coastlines would be underwater now for the last 20 years. Said the coast and all these places will be all underwater by now, and it doesn't happen. Every few, it's all going to end in 2010. New York's going to be underwater, and look, it just, I just think that it's not imminent the way they're promoting it. It just doesn't seem, because they keep saying by this year. I mean, we were all supposed to be, half was supposed to be out there by 2012. They predicted, and look, it's 2023. We're still here.
No one know the time of day.
Yeah. So I just don't think it's the imminent crisis the way they're promoting it. Personally, but
I think we should party like it's 1999.
I would hate to go back.
I mean, just think about it. Just think about it when them clocks got ready to flip. How we thought the world was on end, everything was on stop when we rolled over into 2000.
Because the Mayans said it's supposed to. Now think about. I know people make good money off that.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Then there was that guy in New York. Remember that guy in New York? He said it was the end. He said Jesus coming back. Remember that all those people sold all that stuff. And you know what's funny? After it all went over, they were looking for him and couldn't find him.
They probably got rid of him.
No, he got paid and left. You just need to sell everything and just donate it to me.
He said Jesus is coming back, but
he probably said he said just give all your earthly possessions, all your money, your gold, and I'm submitted as a burnt offering. Yes, a burnt offering. It's gonna burn a hole right in my pocket, right when I go to Vegas.
Yeah, it's a crazy world we live in, you know.
Yeah, the Mayan calendar. Then the witnesses keep saying that, we going to Earth's gonna be it's the end about 3 or 4 times. Oops, my bad. Well, you know,
it's like Game of Thrones. The winter is coming.
That long winter.
Yeah.
I remember I heard one of those Mayan, one of those who's like, he actually studies it, and he said that the way people were interpreting was incorrect. He said, yes, a cycle was ending, but it just means a new cycle's beginning. He's saying the Mayan calendar was not necessarily saying it was the end. It was saying an era or a cycle's coming to an end, and then a new one's beginning. Right. But a lot of people interpret that as it's going to be the end of the world and all that stuff. He was saying that's inaccurate. It makes good movies, though, you know.
Yeah,
that's true.
Make good drama, huh?
Yeah, it makes good drama.
So last but not least, Shab, shut your mouth. Richard Roundtree.
Bad mother.
Bad mother.
Wow. Yeah. Man, we've been seeing that guy for decades. That's amazing.
You see the last shaft with Samuel Jackson?
Yeah, I did.
It's 3 shafts. Yeah. That was cool to see him there, though.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's interesting. He beat breast cancer.
Oh, but didn't beat it. Yeah, so he had beat breast cancer. Who Shaft? Richard Roundtree.
Richard Roundtree beat breast cancer. You hear very little about men having breast cancer. He beat breast cancer in the 70s. I believe 70s, maybe in the 60s, but then he died a very short fought battle with pancreatic cancer.
That's
he's 81 years old.
Well, he's lived a good full life, you know. You got to give it to him. You know, he was a master of his craft. I mean, there are a lot of actors that don't really reach that level of success. You know, I bet you less than 10% of all actors out, probably less than 5%, reach the level of success that he reached.
Yeah,
you know.
Right. Yeah, the biggest thing is stay working and have a good savings account. Stay working.
You say what?
Stay working and have a good savings account. That most actors want to just stay working, unless you're a movie star. If difference with being a working actor and being a movie star. Denzel is a movie star. Yeah, Matthew McConaughey is a movie star, so they can just do a couple movies and make 30 or 40 million. and then earn rights of the replay, or the credits, the intellectual property. When they play stuff on videos or when they sell DVDs, they make residual money, and that's why you hear about a lot of actors when they become producers and directors. Why? Because when they got to cut the checks out, they got to pay the director and the producer. Yeah, it's like being an NBA player and you the owner of the team.
Double
Right.
paid.
Yeah, you're right. He said double pay.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. So that's he lived a long life. 'Cause I met the guy and remember Die Hard, right? And not Winslow, but is a black cop. Not Carl Winslow, but I met another black cop. You see him in a lot of movies with Mel. I probably saw movies with Mel Gibson. I did a convention. I saw him helping his wife set up and sell stuff.
But Danny Glover?
No, not
Danny
Danny Glover.
Glover? Oh.
No.
You said
it's
cop.
a black guy.
You said cop with Mel
He's
Gibson.
a cop.
That's it.
But it's a movie. I think it was Die Hard or Lethal. But you see him. But you saw him in a lot of movies. His face is very, very noticeable. He wasn't the headliner, but he had talking parts, and you knew you kind of said, "Oh yeah, I saw you in this movie." Who?
Damon Hansen?
That's a movie star. No.
Oh.
But movie star is somebody can hold the movie by themselves. They're the feature. No, he was not the feature. But I saw him in a lot of different movies and television shows. So he was what you would call a working actor.
And you met him?
Denzel Washington was. Yeah, he was. He was common. He's helping his wife sell products.
See, that's the difference. That's the difference. You met him and you don't even remember his name. You see, that's the difference.
Now,
you met him in person and don't remember his name.
And that's a working
actor. You had one thing to do was name the actor you met, and you couldn't even do that.
You had one job. Well, can I tell you this story real quick? Can I tell you this story real quick? When I was a teenager, I was an exchange student, right? And before I got to my destination, I had to go to Japan. So I'm in the airport in Japan. I'm just sitting there waiting because I had a layover. It was like 3 hours. And I look up and I see this tall, dark-skinned man across the airport. Now I'm kind of by myself. So you know how you look for company. He looked like an American. I was like, wow, I think that guy's an American. I looked at him and he looked at me and we automatically walked towards each other. We just walked. It was like, oh, look, a familiar face. I got close to him. Huh? Who?
Sound like a moment of love.
No, wasn't. Anyway.
Yeah.
We remember we're in another country.
It was love at first sight.
Anyway, we're in another country.
He said a tall, dark glass of water.
Yeah.
We were in another country. We're in Japan. So everybody was
in another country stays in that other country. All right, Renee, you don't have to tell us this story.
Can I finish my story, please? Oh my goodness. So everyone was Asian, so I saw this tall, dark-skinned man. You know how you just saw so I walked to, and I said, hey, how are you? And I looked at him and I said, oh my God, I know you. You know who it was?
Bruce Lee.
Take a guess.
Michael Jackson.
Oh, dark-skinned guy?
Huh?
Dennis Rodman.
He's tall. He wasn't that tall. He was about 6'4".
Michael Jordan.
Chris Tucker.
No, Michael Jordan's like 6'6". No one Chris Tucker. No one Chris Tucker.
LeBron James.
No, LeBron James isn't he like 6'8", 7 feet tall? No.
Magic
Muzzy
Johnson.
Bowles.
No.
No,
Okay.
Magic Johnson.
I'll
Scottie
tell you.
Pippen.
Never mind. I'll tell you. So I got
Bob
closer
Dylan.
to him and I looked at him. I said, oh man, I know you. You that guy from that movie, The Color Purple. And he looked at me, he laughed. He said, I've done a whole lot more movies than The Color Purple.
It's Danny Glover.
It was Danny Glover. I met Danny Glover in an airport in Japan in 1985. Yeah. And look, watch this. He was so cool. He talked to me. We talked to each other for like 30 minutes to an hour. He was cool. Hey, I think he was on his way to do a movie. He was like the nicest guy. Hey, he asked, oh, what are you doing out here? I'll tell him, I'm an exchange student. He's like, oh, that's really great. Seeing young people doing positive things. I mean, we talked for a while, and we actually walked onto the you know what? I took a picture with him, and I can't find that picture. I mean, granted, it was
you have no proof of this story.
Well, anyway, I wish I had.
You have no proof.
Yeah. We took a picture together, but this is 85, so it was one of those disposable cameras. I couldn't find it.
110 or 35.
1985. So we
walked. No, I'm saying it was either a 110 camera, 35 millimeter.
It was a 35. It was a 35 millimeter.
Okay.
It was a disposable camera. And we watch this. We walked on the plane together, but you know what the difference is? When we got on the plane,
first class.
Yeah, he said, "Well, it's nice meeting you." He went one way to first, and I went. It was nice meeting you, sir, and I went the other way.
They had you in the seat next to the toilet.
To the
laboratory.
It wasn't that bad, hey, but yeah.
They had you in the back of the plane next to the laboratory.
It wasn't that bad, but yeah.
When he flushed his toilet at first class, it came up in your toilet in whatever class that was. I'm just picking with you.
At any rate, so I just thought it was pretty awesome that I met Danny Glover hey, what happened to Byron? Anyway. What are you doing?
You
playing with the camera. Can I at least finish? Huh?
I did that because
you met Danny Glover. He was jealous. You met Danny Glover. He was jealous.
That's right. I wish I could have kept that picture, man. I should have, and this is 85. I didn't know things would be the way they are now with cell phones and cameras. I should have took so much. If I had known now what I know then, I brought one disposable camera with me. I'd have brought like a whole bunch of them, took a bunch of pictures, but I didn't. Yeah.
Oh, the guy's name was okay. I'm pulling away from
Lawrence Fishburne.
No, his name is Leslie Barnes.
Leslie Barnes, who's that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, who is that?
Let me see. Screen. Yeah. All right.
Tito said, who the blank is Leslie Barnes? Huh?
Right here.
Right where?
Where?
Oh, no, I thought I shared it with you. In my own, you see right here? You see the cursor?
Yeah. Art Evans, Leslie Barnes.
No, it's Art Evans. Art Evans, yeah. That's what
Art Evans, ART Evans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't you see the picture?
No, it's real. Because remember, I'm on my cell phone. It's real small. I'm looking up on my tablet.
Yeah.
Art Evans.
Yeah, and you see, he got a lot of makeup. He did a glamour shot on that video, on that picture. But you see him in a lot of.
Him. Are they like C movies or something? He did a lot of C movies or B movies, whatever you want to call them, or something.
He was probably a co-star. I bet you, a big co-star. Not a co-star, but a like a backup actor, probably. whatever that word
He
is.
was probably like Robin. You know what I mean? They had Batman and then Robin. He was probably Robin. He was probably Kato. He was probably Kato.
Just okay. This is a better one.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I remember this dude. Yeah, he has been in a lot of movies. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. He's been in a lot of movies.
Well, hey Renee, if it make you feel better, I think your story is better because you locked eyes with
Thank
Danny
you.
Glover.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I met Danny Glover in the 1980s.
Yeah.
Now you see? Okay, y'all see it now?
Yeah, I see him now. I looked it up on my tablet. Yeah, he's been.
This look like I think I took some classes with this guy.
Everybody want to be close to the actor.
Okay, yeah, you're right. He's been around a long time.
Nah, I don't have any actor stories. The closest thing I got to actor stories is the two stories y'all just told me. But Renee's story was cooler.
Yeah, it was. And you didn't get his number or anything in there?
Well, I would ask, we took a picture together, you know. But I could. The person who developed it for me, I never. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah. You know, he's 81 years old. Art Evans. He's 81 years old.
Why don't you look him up on Facebook? Or look up Danny Glover on Facebook. Say, hey, remember me?
I don't think so.
That one night in band camp.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, had your wig on.
Trying to go in the bathroom.
Yeah. I'm a woman.
He said, I look better than you. She said, not on my worst day. He said, not on my worst day. That's awful. That's just really sad. Wow. He said, I look better than you do. Wow. What a world. What a world.
Delusional.
But you know, but he probably does to some people. I'm sure there probably are some people out there like.
Well, Renee, I have to tell your story.
With the bottle of brown, the white lightning, everybody look good.
Hey, Renee, if you would have saw him in the airport, you probably would have talked to him, wouldn't you?
No, absolutely not. Trust me.
Eyes.
No,
he was tall and dark skinned.
I would have diverted my attention. I would have diverted my attention. Like, nope.
I bet you would still have them pictures.
No, I would have taken the pictures.
I bet you they'll be developing everything. You'll probably have them all on your LinkedIn account.
No, I don't tell lies. I'm a man of God, but they've been like, "You got a camera?" No, I ain't got no camera, sir.
He probably would have. He probably been in there validating your skills on LinkedIn.
No, no, thank you.
It was funny. The funny part is he said, "Man, I was in a whole bunch of more movies than that. Color Purple."
Yeah, yeah. He's like, I've been in a whole bunch of more movies. And you know what's fun? What was interesting? And here's the other thing too. I don't know if people realize this. When I was in Japan, we have these stereotypes. I was literally like one of the shortest people in there. A lot of the people I saw, a lot of the Asian people I saw, they were taller than me. I had this stereotype.
That's Japan, not China.
That's
Japan, not China. China is short people, not Japan.
No, not all of them.
Chinese.
There are, but there's actually provinces like where Yao Ming is from, where they're like taller. I'm 5'5", so I'm short. I'm short, but I thought everybody would kind of be like me. But what I found was there was a lot of people there taller. A lot of Asians were taller than me. Like I meet a lot of tall Korean people. I don't know if that's a thing, but I meet a lot of tall Korean people. And so, but that's why he stood out because he's dark skinned, and
I
he
saw
was.
Lost.
You said who? Lost the
I saw
TV show.
Lost and Wine 50.
Why they were short?
Yeah, no, he's a Korean guy, the actor. You
Is
seen
he?
him?
Is he tall?
Yeah, he's on Lost. He's tall. Yeah, he's tall. He's on Wine Five. He's on a new Wine 50, and he was on Lost. If you remember Lost, he had this Asian guy on it.
I never watched that show, but I heard about it.
It's good.
Yeah, I
Terrible
like
ending, but it's good.
really good. Yeah, yeah. So the stereotype, I think it just depends on where they're from, and that type of thing. But yeah, it was cool. Nice teenage story.
Yeah. All right, people. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. And Yamashia Shasha.
Yeah, Yeshua HaMashiach. Can't you say it right? Yeshua HaMashiach.
I'm gonna
Jesus
sing that song that
Christ.
Micah sung.
No.
Say it again, Renee.
Yeshua HaMashiach.
Every time. All right. Good night.
Good night. Hey, gentlemen, women, thank you for coming out, and thank you for checking out the live and you on the replay. If you have found any value in this content, how about you help me help you so we can help others by clicking subscribe, commenting, and sharing. And please don't forget to click the click the thumbs up icon, because what happens when you do that, you organically help build and grow with me so we can make it better today. And so I do appreciate you all, and be on the lookout for a new material. I'll be periodically putting videos up on my ride share, and also the new feature that I do is my uh oh Lord, what is it? I'm doing Thought Life, the Dirty Dozen. And Dirty Dozen, that should be Tuesday night. That's my live. And I'll have a feature video up for that. And check us out next window on a trending topic of a hero's update of what happened. What happened. However, with all that being said, check my left and my right hand side. You should see playlist for purpose and emotions. And I have another on ride and share. And if you need anything else, check down below and check my website. And we have a Hero 6. If you need to go a little bit more and get a little more assistance and help with emotional releases, give me a call. We can talk about it. But in any case, if you find any value in this content, how about if you find any value in the content? I already said that. So what I really mean to say is that if you got anything from this show, I want you to remember this. If you remember anything else, remember this. Every day you get a vertical, make it your goal in life to always move forward. Always move forward and never move back. Why? Because life is just too important to live looking in the rearview mirror. And that God believes that you are important. I know that you are important. So therefore, it is. So remember that. Always keep your eyes on the prize. Never look back. Peace and blessings. And this is Hero's Journey with Dr. D. This is Hero's Journey with Dr. D. And we are out. Hey, my music on.